Sewage sludge will be hitting the road.
These trucks are going to go to Eva Beach, to the Honolulu treatment plant.
Why thousands of gallons will be moved out of town and how it could impact Oahu construction projects. Good evening, and thank you for joining us on this Wednesday, the 6th of July. In just a few weeks, raw sewage sludge will start to be trucked from downtown Honolulu to treatment plants in Kailua and Eva Beach. Gina Mangieri explains why in tonight's top story.
Joe, the Sand Island wastewater treatment plant is over capacity, and the administration and city council are at odds over how to expand and when to pay for it. Meanwhile, a halt on new building could result. Raw sewage gets put through what's called a digester at the Sand Island wastewater treatment plant. It's maxed out, and either another digester needs to be added or some new technology figured out while an interim treatment process gets implemented. Before that can happen, the overflow sludge has to go somewhere.
What goes on in that backyard is now in my backyard. These trucks are going to go to Eva Beach, to the Honolulu treatment plant.
There and Kailua. The trucking plan calls for 3 tankers, each with 5,000 gallons of sewage sludge, making 2 trips a day. But that could be the least of the impacts of the treatment capacity crisis if a fix can't be found to take any more solids at Sand Island.
Then yes, I'm going to have to take certain actions after consulting with the mayor, such as holding up any more permits for connection until we have something online.
Building projects between Halava and Niu valleys could come to a screeching halt because of this potential moratorium on new sewer connections, and it could last years until a permanent solution is in place.
We don't want to gamble with that. I mean, we want to make sure that the projects that are planned can move along.
The city is working with current operator Sinegro on planning expansion, but the council deleted $26 million from the capital budget for build-out, citing, among other things, a mainland bribery scandal. Meanwhile, the administration continues to work on design for the original plan.
You are presuming that this council is more or less a rubber stamp, because now you sign a contract without really knowing whether we are going to fund it or not.
I do not assume this council will rubber stamp anything. It is always a risk. However, I need to minimize my risks as well.
The City Council Wednesday passed a resolution without prior hearings asking for other technologies to be researched within 90 days.
We need to take a look at another technology. And I'll be damned if we're going to stop processing permits in downtown Honolulu while we're squabbling over what kind of technology we're going to do.
Now, the first run of the trucks will be 1 truckload to each plant, with it monitored for 5 days to see what impacts there are, if any, to the plants before the daily trucking begins. Gina Mangieri, KHON 2 News, Hawaii's news leader.
Members, any discussion on the motion to adopt Resolution 11-182? Councilmember Berg.
I have a concern that I believe this matter should have gone to committee. It just appears, it's decked in June, and here we are for adoption. I have been an advocate whereby I believe that the Director of Environmental Services should not be doing things like this. I have a resolution, 11-100, introduced some 4 months ago, but I can't get the Chair of Public Works and Sustainability to hear my reso. And this reso doesn't take salt, Sand Island wastewater treatment plant as its own microcosm. I have the landfill. I got the sludge, the automated automobile shredded residue, and the ash. Everything's going into District 1. So District 1 is saying, wait a minute, let's not take the Director of Environmental Services and inundate this guy. He's trying to keep the medical waste out of the beaches. He's got so much on his plate. So I'm after the ag czar. We got an ag czar in the mayor's cabinet. So let's make in Resolution 11-100, taking this Resolution 11-182 should really be my resolution that looks at every technology, not just what's going on with Sand Island, but everybody, all of our districts, all 9 districts together have a recycling issue, have a landfill issue. And so this is an independent thrust on something that whereby because of the $26 million not appropriated for the digester, the overcapacity means that it's a possibility these trucks are going to go to Eva Beach, to the Honolulu treatment plant. I have a concern with that. I'm excited to see design monies. I want to see Sand Island and that neck of the woods take care of their own issue. So if they can't take care of it, it's coming to Eva Beach. The rest of the island's Opala goes to the Nanakuli area, to the Waimanalo Gulch sanitary landfill. So I really think we're off mark here. I think we're not on the same page. The resolution 11-100 should get a hearing. It should be about all technologies, not just the presentation you heard earlier by Dr. Lepresti, but whereby we have a czar who says, you know what, Director Steinberger, you can focus on your job. Let's get somebody to look at what's going around the world, what's going on in our own country, and then be able to expedite the permitting process and give us reports, rather than this piecemeal, one by one, issue by issue, someone's own, in their own backyard. Because what goes on in that backyard is now in my backyard. That's why the importance of the resolution 11-100 that I've been saying every twist and turn on Bill 47 with the tipping fees and everything else to do with recycling and the landfill. I've been adamant. Can I please get a hearing? Can I please get 11-100 heard? I'm in a crisis in District 1 with this landfill, and I'm finding out that we're gonna, wow, end of June, and I got a colleague over here who gets it in for adoption. No committee hearing. Here we are, voting on it. I can't even get a hearing. So something's askew here. Something's not right. This doesn't pan out for me, Chair. I support this resolution, but I wanted to make my point in supporting this resolution because I'm for alternative technologies being reviewed. I just have a problem with the city administration, with the tasks it has at hand, that they need augmentation. They need assistance. That's why we gave the administration an ag czar, because sustainability and agriculture is so important to us that we as a council body said, you know what? Let's do something about ag. Let's stop talking about it, and let's bring somebody to just look at that field, that enterprise of the agricultural industry, and hone in on it. That's what this resolution should do. So this takes it, again, I'm repeating myself, in the piecemeal aspect. It should be broader in scope. It should be looking for alternative technologies, but done so where somebody is completely removed. They don't have to make sure that the landfill isn't going to be breached. They don't have to worry about the capacity of the wastewater treatment plants and where the new ones are going to be built and everyone's sustainability plan that we're talking about. I'd really like it if we could give the attention and importance that this needs and requires and have a complete new recycling landfill czar who addresses all these issues independently as a full-time job. They don't have to worry about anything else. Just bring these alternative technologies to all of us for discussion. This, again, is a piecemeal. I'll support it, but I'm looking for the bigger picture. I'm looking for the solution to finally make that landfill obsolete. This isn't going to do it. So we need something above and beyond. Thank you for entertaining me, colleagues and Chair.
Thank you. Thank you, Councilmember Berg.